maybe I'll shoot a hostage.
Go ahead, do it, big man. Shoot a hostage.
You shoot a hostage.
Maybe I will.
What is going on here?
You guys are trigger happy.
No, we're not.
R2!
Hello friends and welcome back to the Burger Talk. If I'm looking rough, it's because I feel rough. Aunt Flo decided to give her monthly visit.
Aunt Flo?
We have an Aunt Flo. She's missed all my birthdays.
But regardless, we're going to talk about some Bob's Burgers. If you like Bob's Burgers, you are in the right place. Trust me, you should stick around. We have a good time around here. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being a part of the burger community. Last week, I talked about the lovable bank robber Mickey, and I felt it was only appropriate to segue right on into Sgt Bosco, who was on the other half of that chaos that was the bank robbery. So we're gonna jump into that. Sgt Bosco is, of course, a police sergeant. He is overconfident, but at the same time ineffective. He first shows up in that same episode that Mickey showed up in Bob Day Afternoon in season 2. Mickey is robbing the bank next to Bob's Burgers, and Sgt Bosco is in charge of negotiating the hostage situation, capturing the criminal, all of that good stuff. And just like Mickey, Bosco is not very good at what he does. He kind of just fumbles his way through this whole situation. He sends Bob across the street to deliver the food and almost gets him shot because they're trying to take the shot on Mickey and Bob is like in the way.
Time to go. Let's move. Remember, Bob, he's hot. You stay cool. Hot, cool. What are you?
The guy with the hamburgers.
No. What are you? Hot or cool?
Cool. Cool.
You're ready.
How did you miss that?
Fatty got in the way.
Yeah, it's a code name we gave to Bob.
And then he's arguing with Mickey over the phone, agitating Mickey.
You screwed up big time shooting at me. Maybe I'll shoot a hostage.
Go ahead, do it, big man. Shoot a hostage.
You shoot a hostage.
Maybe I will.
You guys are trigger happy.
No, we're not.
R2!
What is wrong with you people? Stop this!
Who is this?
It's Bob.
It's Fatty. Look, Bob, we're gonna get everyone out of there safely, okay?
I don't believe you.
That was not on my orders. Someone just got a little hot.
He's hot. We're cool, remember?
We're cool. We just shoot sometimes.
They are just shooting into the bank. Bosco forgets that he had set up tear gas in the bank and he ends up gassing his own officers. Like, it's just a mess. Bosco feels like he's got it under control when we all know he really does not. And Bosco is a character who shows up pretty regularly throughout the series. He's a pretty recurring character. Anytime there's some kind of mystery or crime that pops up, Bosco is the one that they call. One of the episodes that he comes up in is an episode called I Get a Sidekick Out of You, where Linda hits her head, I believe it is.
I'm fine, Bob. I just slipped. Ow! Damn it!
Oh, that looked like it hurt.
It's not funny, Bob.
Uh-oh, my wallet is missing.
Maybe check the bathroom.
It's worth a try. You were right. It was behind the toilet.
It's probably a telemarketer.
Unfortunately, my only equity is in my car and hello? Oh, they hung up.
Super freaky, huh?
What?
Linda was right about who was calling and where Mort's wallet was. 2 predictions in a row. I've heard of this before. Someone gets hit on their head or gets struck by lightning and it unleashes psychic ability.
You guys are kind of reaching here.
No, I've always believed in this sort of thing. Maybe this is happening to me because I'm open to it.
And she's like, maybe that bump on the head made me a psychic. It's kind of ridiculous. Bob especially thinks that it's ridiculous because he does not believe in psychics and all that kind of stuff. Meanwhile, Linda does, and she's like, just because maybe you can't see something doesn't mean you can't believe in it. So it's just interesting to see their dynamic, but it goes so far. She makes a call into the news because they're trying to find, I believe it's a statue or something, and she thinks that she's getting a vision that the statue is underneath the pier at Wonder Wharf, and it turns out it was there, and so she's like, yep, I'm a psychic.
Oh my god.
This is weird. I'm feeling something.
No, you're not.
Dizzy Dog, the beloved statue who's welcomed visitors to Wonder Wharf for over 30 years, has been dognapped.
Hello? hello, tip line?
Seriously, Lynn?
Hi, hello, tip line. Hold on. I have a tip.
Are they confused why Jerry Lewis is calling? This is
Vomit
ridiculous.
substance.
Stop.
Bob, I'm on the phone, and he's crying out. Dizzy Dog's crying out.
The police station gets wind of it. They have a current case that they're not able to solve. They're trying to find the little boy bandit, and he has been elusive so far. And Bosco is like in charge of the case, and he's like desperate to find answers. So apparently he doesn't believe in psychics, but he's like, I need to have a win. So he calls Linda. He's like, I hear you're some kind of psychic or whatever. We need your help.
You're going to help me catch the little boy bandit.
The little boy bandit from the news.
You've got to be kidding.
Mom is a police psychic!
Narc. So you want me to help you catch the little boy bandit? That's a big case.
It's huge, and I don't want your help. I need it. I'm desperate on this one. The little boy bandit has robbed 8 businesses in the past month. That makes me look bad.
So you're open to the idea of psychic abilities?
In any other situation, I'd say no and laugh in your crazy face. But I'm out of leads. You're my last hope.
You're doomed.
I'll help however I can, Sergeant.
Great. Let's roll.
And Linda is not actually a psychic, and she's just pulling context clues from things to make predictions, or just straight up not telling the people the truth. So that's a meh. And then there's another episode where you see another side to Bosco. You see quickly that he's a very cynical man. He's kind of jaded about life and love, and it just hints at a very messy personal life that he has. It's an episode called My Fuzzy Valentine, and it's Valentine's Day, and Linda hosts a speed dating event, and Bosco comes into the restaurant.
Sergeant Bosco, what are you doing here?
Someone just robbed a jewelry store on Front Street. All we know is he's 5'10" to 6 feet tall with an athletic build. None of you guys fit that description.
Hey.
Wow, that's harsh. A few years ago.
Bosco, I couldn't help notice you don't have a wedding ring. Did the guy steal that too?
No, I chucked it into a ravine after my divorce went through. What's going on in here?
Speed dating! Ladies, I think we've got a new contestant.
And he crashes it by being a buzzkill, basically. In the speed dating, Linda's giving them prompts and encouraging them to tell each other good things about themselves and, trying to form connections between these people.
All right, new game. Everyone say your favorite food. Go!
Soy sauce.
Wax lips?
Plain white rice.
Fried green tomatoes.
Favorite lovemaking position. Go!
The fried green tomato.
The pick and roll.
The broken sprinkler.
Chitty chitty bang bang. The sticky wicket.
Meanwhile, Bosco is like, no, that's not how love works. Like, you need to tell each other the darkest, worst thing about you that you would never want to come into the light. And if this person can still basically stomach you, then you might work out.
No. Getting people to say their favorite things isn't gonna work. I do the exact opposite. I'd make everyone say the worst thing about themselves, the most embarrassing, darkest secret. If the other person can stomach you for another second, then maybe you have a chance together. Maybe.
What? That is the least romantic.
I want to do it.
Let's do it.
I'm game.
No!
And you can just see from this that this man is definitely still bitter about a past relationship. He has an ex-wife, and he clearly is still holding a grudge about that. So that, of course, makes Linda very annoyed with him. And she ends up calling him a cruddy duddy throughout the series, which he is. He is a cruddy duddy. Another episode that I wanted to reference is a more recent episode called To Catch a Beef. Bosco is going to enter a burger cooking competition, and he needs to go undercover. Who better to teach Bosco how to cook burgers than our guy Bob? He comes in and he begs Bob to teach him how to be a burger chef.
Hey, Sergeant Bosco! Are we under arrest? Oh, God, are we?
Not as far as I know.
Pretty good,
Listen, Bob, let me just interrupt your rambling and cut to the chase here. I need you to teach me how to be a burger cook for an undercover operation.
What?
You'll be compensated for your time, and you and your family will be anonymous and unconnected to this investigation in every way.
And you would think, of course, Bob is the master here, the professional. He knows what he's doing. Bosco does not. And yet he still acts like he's in charge when he's in Bob's kitchen. So it's like, sir, I need you to step back a little bit. Let the master work. Let him teach you.
So...
Meat goes on the grill?
Yeah. I'm just trying to think how to teach this.
Bob?
Yeah?
You know everyone knows how to cook a burger, right? Everyone has a grill. Everyone makes burgers. My neighbor makes burgers every weekend, and he is by far the dumbest guy
Yes,
I've ever
I
seen.
know. Everyone makes burgers. But in a restaurant, it's all about consistency. Can you make a good burger 20 times in a row? Money. Will people give it to you?
Totally. That's great.
Are you looking at men's bathing suits?
Yes.
And so, again, Bosco is just ever overconfident and always under-delivering. And now we're going to jump into the fun fact break. Hit the like button if you like the fun fact break. But this is just a segment where I like to share some in-universe as well as behind-the-scenes fun facts that you may not know about the show. Maybe it'll encourage you to watch it, but we're gonna jump into that. Bosco's voice actor is Gary Cole, who has also been in shows like The Office Space, Family Guy, and The West Wing. Bosco was apparently in the Navy, so he's an ex-Navy man, an ex-military man, which I feel like also that very dry sense of humor, kind of cynical, rough personality kind of tracks with that. I'm not saying that that is all military people, but you know.
Were you in the Navy?
No, I was not in the Navy, were you?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I was, but I don't want to go through my military history right now.
Well, you don't have to be in the Navy to
down.
know that expression.
Finally, something really interesting is apparently he is a part of a secret society that hunts men for sport. So that's a little disturbing.
I'll go first. Hi there. I'm part of a secret society. We hunt men for sport.
But anyway, we're gonna go back to our regularly scheduled program. So that's Bosco. He is the kind of guy who is unhappy with his own life and unfortunately wants to make others around him miserable as well. He's definitely the kind of guy that if he was invited to a wedding, he would end up telling people about the ever-increasing divorce rate. But he's also really lonely, like a lot of people out there. I'm sure deep down, he just really wants someone to love him. He clearly has gotten turned around at some points in his life, and you know, I don't think he was always the way that he is. After, you know, just the divorce and all of that really just got to him, clearly. So I think he needs a little love and probably some therapy and maybe some more training in his job, because he's not a very good police officer. Anyways, let me know some of your favorite moments with Sgt Bosco in the comments. Let me know maybe who you'd like to hear me talk about next. I always love talking about Bob's Burgers with you guys, even though I am feeling crappy right now. This makes me feel just a little bit better. But make sure to hit that like button if you like this video. Hit the subscribe button so that you can see this face a whole lot more. And I will catch you on the next one. Bye.